Yo everybody, welcome back to Aviation ROA. Today we have the 300 subscriber special airport update. So yes, it's gonna be an airport update, and I got no comments on the 300 subscriber special video of video ideas, so I turned to Discord, and shout out to Aviation is Life for suggesting this idea. He suggested mega airport update, and you know, I did one. And let's just say that it was very painful to set this up. I mean, my back really hurts right now. But yeah, that's all I really have for that. But my 300th subscriber is Andrews EWR Aviation. Shout out to you. I can confirm this through my ways. And yeah, Andrews EWR Aviation. I'm sorry. Congratulations on being the 300 subscriber. Welcome to the channel. And yeah, holding at 300 right now. Doing good. And yeah, so we have about, let's see here. Yeah, 31 models out. So this is going to be a longer airport update than usual, but I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet like usual. So apart from that, we're just going to get straight into it. So starting over here, we have an American Airlines 737-800 in the flagship Freedom livery. He arrived in from Dallas-Fort Worth earlier today, and he will be heading back out there. And just so y'all know, the lighting is probably going to get progressively worse as we move towards the farther side of the airport away from the power cords. So the lighting will probably get worse. However, I'm going to try and keep it decent. But here we have an American Eagle CRJ 700. He's currently sitting at his gate after arrival in from Charlotte Douglas, and he'll be heading back out there in about 30 minutes. Haven't used this guy in a while. We have an America West Dash 8 Q200. He arrived in from Charleston, West Virginia. I'm just kind of like making stuff up for that. But he arrived in Charleston, West Virginia, and he'll be heading out to Charlottesville. And in the back there, haven't used that guy in a while also, we have a Hawaiian 717. He arrived in from Honolulu on his triangular route, well, not really triangular, on his like multi-stop route thingy that I'm not even gonna say because it changes like every time. But it's, I'll just say it for y'all. It's Los Angeles. I think it was, no, I don't know. That route's changed a lot. I'm just gonna go with Los Angeles. Honolulu, Los Angeles. Salt Lake City, Dallas-Fort Worth, Nashville, and then finally getting here. So I know the routes changed like a lot, and I'm sorry about that. I used to have a northern route, but then that I just thought that wouldn't work anymore. But yeah, so that's it for the Hawaiian. He arrived in from Honolulu, and he'll be heading back out there. So we're going to do 3 aircraft here at once. We have a Southwest 737-700 in the front here with the Tennessee 1 livery on it. He arrived in from Nashville, and he will be heading out to Dallas Love Field, I should say. And then back there we have a Pan Am 707, newest model on the ground here. I don't really know how that's focusing up. Okay, that's slightly better. Yeah, I know, guys. It's been an interesting thing, but you know, the purpose of the video is to thank y'all, and I'm doing something for y'all. But yeah, we have Pan Am 707. He arrived in from London Heathrow about 3 hours ago, and he is getting ready to head out to Paris, Charles de Gaulle. And in the back there, we have a United 737-800 with split scimitars, Evo livery, all that. NG models. By the way, NG models released an atomic bomb yesterday, and I was absolutely blown out of the water seeing the releases. They're good. For once, NG actually got me interested. And Delta 757 winglets, that's probably what I'm going to choose, but I was also looking at the KLM 777 really hard right there. So it was hard to pick. I'm really going to be honest. It was really hard to pick. But just $60 for a KLM 777, I just can't do that. But yeah, United 737-800, he arrived in from San Francisco, and he will be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. Right here we have an Allegiant MD-80. He arrived in from Orlando Stanford, and he will be heading out to Destin Fort Walton Beach. Right here we have United CRJ 200. He arrived in from New York EWR, and he will be heading out to Washington Dulles. Right over here we have United Express Embraer ERJ 175. He arrived in from Houston Intercontinental, and he will be heading out to, let's go with Denver. Right here we have an American Eagle ERJ 145 just taxiing out to the runway. First service out to, and the lighting just moved. Sorry about that. Lighting is really hard over here. I don't know. It's just super hard, but I'm sorry. So we have an American Eagle ERJ 145 with service out to Philadelphia, and he arrived in from, let's see here, Chicago O'Hare. And in the back there we have a United Express Dash 8 Q200. He arrived in from, gonna just start throwing stuff out here. Yeah, we're gonna say he arrived in from Springfield, the original route for this guy, because why not? It's also 300 subscriber special. I'm like, cool. So yeah, he arrives in from Springfield, and he will be heading out to, man, this is hard. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, we'll just say another Washington Dulles flight, because that was the flight they always came into Roanoke with. Right over here we have a Delta Airlines 737-900ER. Because it's so busy and this aircraft does not have another flight scheduled for another 3 hours, he is over here sitting at a hard stand. And in about 2 hours he'll be towed over to a gate, and he will be doing a flight out to Cancun, Mexico. And he arrived in from Minneapolis, St. Paul. Right over here we have FedEx Express Boeing 767-300 without winglets. He arrived in from Memphis, Tennessee, and he will be heading back out there. Right over here, we have a UPS Worldwide Services 767-300 with winglets, just posting back with service to Louisville, Kentucky, after arrival in from Cologne, Germany. Over here, we have another UPS A300. Over here, he arrived in from Greensboro, and he will be heading out to Oakland. When I said I included every model, I really meant it. I included my United Express Embraer ERJ 170 in the Tulip Blue Livery 1/200 scale. Sorry about that, that was a little bit click, but, yeah, he arrived in, I don't really know where to send this guy out to, so I'm just gonna say that he arrived in from Appleton, Wisconsin, and he'll be heading out to, Star City International Airport. So, yeah, I just decided to do that, but, had this model, never used it in an airport update. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used it in an airport update, so it's special to put this guy in to, you know, give him some action. So yeah, that means that I included every single model, guys. I've included everything. Alright, starting off with our massive Delta lineup, we have a Delta Connection Embraer ERJ 170. He arrived in from excuse me, Cincinnati, and he arrived from Cincinnati, and he'll be departing out to Raleigh-Durham. Just sitting at his gate here, we have Delta Connection CRJ 200. He arrived in from, and we're gonna go with New York JFK, and he will be heading out to New York LaGuardia. I don't really know, guys. There's so many routes. I have never done this big of an airport update, and I've kind of lost for routes. So, yeah, sorry about that. Right in front, we have a Northwest Airlines A320, serving as Delta A320. He arrived in from Roanoke in honor of our A320 daily flight. Great to have that. So he arrived in from Roanoke, and he will be heading out to, let's go with Salt Lake City. Right over here, we have a Delta Airlines Boeing 717. He arrived in from Oakfront, and we will be heading out to Detroit. Right over here, we have a Northwest Airlines Boeing 757, filling in for the Delta 757. He'll be heading out to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson after he arrived in from there earlier today. Right in front, we have a Delta Airlines Airbus A330-300 by Aero Classics. He is currently sitting at his gate after arrival in from Amsterdam Schiphol, and he will be heading out to London Heathrow. And pushing back there, we have a Lufthansa Airbus A330-300. He arrived in from Frankfurt, and he will be heading out to Munich. Right over here, we have a Todd Olm IL-62. After arrival in from Bucharest, he'll be heading back out there in about, let's go with 2 hours. I haven't featured this guy in an actual, like, serious airport update in quite some time. Here we have an Emirates A340-500. He arrived in from Dubai, and he will be heading back out there. And finally, for our international airlines, we have a Air Canada Express Embraer ERJ-175 with service out to Toronto Pearson. Right over here, we have a lead. I should very rephrase that because I just said blubber. So we have an Allegiant A319 over here. I gotta move this real quick so the audio doesn't mess up. There you go. We're an Allegiant A319 with service to Allegiant, man. Allegiant, what an airline. With service out to Houston Hobby, and he arrived in from Des Moines. Right over here, we have a Delta A321 that looks like an A321neo. Sorry, Gemini. But, he arrived in from Los Angeles, and he will be heading out to Seattle. Right over here, we have a US Airways Express CRJ 700. He arrived in from New York LaGuardia, and he will be heading out to Miami. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, here we have a Delta Airlines Airbus A330-300 arriving in from Dublin, and he will be heading out to Paris Charles de Gaulle. Well, everybody, that is going to have to do it for probably the biggest airport update that I've ever done. It has been something to do this airport update, but I really do appreciate everything that y'all have given me to do this, and y'all have really kept the channel going, if I should really say. And y'all are the reason that I'm here to where I am. We reached the 2022 goal of 300 subscribers. 400 subscribers, here we come. We're gonna get there soon enough. And apart from that, everybody, we are 1 month away from taking to the skies once again. And unfortunately, my computer caught a bit of the case of the hard drive is broken. So that is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to... I will fix it. I will guaranteedly fix it. However, it is going to be interesting recording videos. I mean, recording videos will stay the same. However, actually uploading them is going to be a bit of a pain now. But I will get this video out to y'all. But apart from that, shout out to Andrews EWR Aviation, there we go, for being the 300 subscribers, and Aviation is Life for suggesting the video. Apart from that, everybody, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for 300 subscribers. And apart from that, I will see you above the clouds. As Aviation our way is gonna go lay down and make sure his back doesn't hurt for the rest of the day. We talked about plans today, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.